Bear Grylls, welcome to the stream, Bear Grylls. How are you doing? I can do that. No, I can't. Why can't I do that? Bear Grylls, I want to, but it won't let me. Because you can. Because I can. Hold on, Bear. I'm trying to... Why does this only work like half the time? I don't understand. I'm gonna have to work on this. Not right now. I mean, I'm trying to redeem it right now, but fixing whatever the hell goes on with that. All right, I'm gonna open up my own stream real quick in Bear Grylls. Click you. All right, what if I do it manually? Because you want to be a prick. Where do you do the... I've forgotten how this even works. Where's the gifts? Gift the subscription. Gift to a specific viewer. Bear Grylls 88. It won't let me gift you one. Why can I not gift you one? Oh. It's supposed to be. What's not doing text to speech? I'm sorry, did something bad happen? I was expecting more fanfare. I told you it didn't do anything. I told you I didn't have anything for it. It was just you. I didn't think you would actually do it. It was all right. Hold on. First of all, he got dwarfed. He needs his description. He needs to know what his dwarf is. Richard. Richard Shrew. You have an extended family. Quite a lot of sons, daughters, aunts, and uncles. You don't appear to have a spouse right now, though. I do not know why. They may no longer be of this world. You're related to people who are on the map. You have a cousin who is a legendary milker, a legendary lie maker, and a legendary broker is your lover. You pray to 3 gods: Vesh, a male dwarf associated with lies, murder, and death; Gadol, a male dwarf associated with trade and wealth; and Nurmek, a male dwarf associated with fortresses. Hold on for a sec. Your only friend right now is Rimtar Monomazin. But you have an extended family, so they may not just count as friends because they're family. Richard Shrew recently thought, oh, where is Nish Council Steels? I cannot give in to sadness. He didn't feel anything after seeing a dead dog's body. Richard Shrew is flimsy and quick to tire. Richard Shrew likes native gold, sterling silver, Morion, a null bone, thrones, ballista arrows, mules for their stubbornness, saltwater crocodile men for their strength, sliver barbs for their wicked thorns, and the words of the tulip of brides. When possibly prefers to consume giant rhesus macaque and licky wine. He absolutely detests large roaches. He has very good creativity. He has good creativity, but he has a shortage of patience, poor spatial sense, little natural inclination toward music, and very bad intuition. He dreams of mastering a skill someday. Licky. I swear the game sometimes does that on purpose. Nice, you're not that lucky. So you got the vampire, GG. No, he didn't get the vampire. He got the mayor. Sandhills Bell got the mayor, got the vampire, who is a baron. Richard Shrew is the man who does the day-to-day activity underneath the vampire. What do you want us all to do? Now, Dominate, you get to control the stream because you can. Just keep on keeping on. I was party riffing on your username. Channel points can be used for cool stuff like furniture and requests for your dwarf. Calling him, I thought Dom was trying to double tap with an alt. Sanctum Spirit Stone. Could have used 100,000 points to order 166.6 orders of push-ups. But you can. You did it because you can. Flim Flam got dwarf number 3. I don't understand what you thought was gonna happen. Flim Flam. Second F is not capital. Flim Flam, you are currently just a hauler, though you are highly skilled at pump operating. You appear to be one of the few dwarves we keep sending over to do the pumps. Huzzah! You get us water for the waterfall so that we may be clean. You are our cleaning boy. And Zach, okay, you're alive. Wasn't the mayor the vampire? Somebody lied to me. The mayor was the vampire, but we became a barony, so we appointed the mayor, the vampire mayor, as the baron. The baron cannot also be the mayor, so the mayor went to the secondary dwarf. Good time zone pump ups. Yes, excellent pump operations. My one true calling. The fact that my dumb jokes and comments often get immortalized on YouTube forever and the archive channels are word enough. I'm overjoyed. Is Flam Flam by the makers of Floby? Yes. Flim Flam, constructing a building. Flim Flam, you were created purely for the base, so you do not have any extended families, but you have made friends with another hauler. You guys just haul shit all day, and you joke about another day, another dollar. Am I right? Living the dream. You pray to one god. The god is Kadol, a male dwarf associated with trade and wealth. Flim Flam recently thought, I don't handle pleasure well. Pressure. I saw blissful, so I associated the two. Flim Flam recently thought, I don't handle pressure well, while she was blissfully remembering sleeping. Flim Flam is very slow to tire and is agile. Flim Flam likes cinnabar, fine pewter, rubicel, the color azure, leggings, slab splints, rabbits for the silvers of granite, and the side of the play of rhythm. When possible, she prefers to consume Teft beer, 2-humped camel milk, and spelt flour, though she absolutely detests lizards. She has a great feel for social relationships, a good memory, and good creativity, but she has little natural inclination toward music and lousy intuition. She dreams of raising a family someday. Are people throwing up down here? Yeah, they are. I guess we have people developing cave adaptation, where you might need to find a way to get people to exercise outside more. But I like how they're doing it in the tunnel and not up here outside much. Weird. How's our ceiling going? Relatively well. Build construction floor. Rubber wood. When you need your wood to be rubbery, get rubber wood. There we go. Got the wrong thing up. Hold on. Bear with. All right. Bear Grylls. I might have to refund yours for now. I think what it is I think you're a sub. I see a little crown next to you. It says Prime Gaming, and it says you're a 3-month subscriber. I don't think I can gift you a sub until your sub is up, I guess. I don't know when your sub is up. When is your sub up? Is it like tomorrow or something? Is it close? Because if not, I can either refund your sub request, or I can sub you to another channel if you so wish. Rubber, wood, and liquor. Nice. Nice. What was I doing? Ceiling. Base. They never got rid of these. We have idlers, so why are they not doing these? Even the miner's not doing anything over here. How long has it been since he didn't do that? Stairs lead up. They're acting like they can't pathfind over here for some reason. Hey, that's being demolished now. That was weird. Oh, yeah, the statue. Elf stealing a thing to immortalize that asshole. I had to build the mason. This is what keeps throwing me off. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. I had to rebuild the mason so I could build the statues. These statues. Now, Formal, are you still here? I know your stream starts relatively soon, but you neglected in your request to tell me where to put the statue. So I'll specify a new image for an elf. I don't know if I can do stealing. Snatching may be what we do. Okay, I might need a second item. So we'll say an object, and we'll say flag? Not flag. Pole? Spear. I spell it right, maybe. I will say a thin spear. It's basically a thin spear. Burning, contemplating, cooking, cringing, devouring, embracing, falling, fighting, greeting, hanging. We already said they don't have flags. I could say flag hiding from spear, but that would defeat the purpose if I couldn't already just do flag. Submissive, massacring, melting, praying, prostrating, raising, screaming, shouting, smeared, striking, suffering, torturing. They don't have for like, is stealing? Tortured, burning, contemplating, cooking, cringing, dead, devouring, embracing, engraving, falling, fighting with, greeting, hanging from, hiding. I could say is hiding. The elf is hiding the spear. It may be what we go with. Laboring, laughing, planative, submissive, massive, melting, praying, prostrating, raising, refusing, screaming, shooting. Smeared, speak, strike, 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 suff, surround, port, trav. Yeah, okay, I'll do, that's how I'll do this. I'll say is the elf is hiding the thin spear and the elf is hiding or is traveling. Best I can do, I think. I feel like I missed part of this conversation. Hold on. That would be called the brightnesses of granite, of course. All right, that is being done. Flim Flam. Oh, wait, hold on. Red Dwarf improved. He's now yellow. How does the dwarf couple of the dwarf? What are your guys' thoughts on the upcoming Steam Dwarf Fortress version updates? Amazing. I'll keep to the free version. I thought entangled beards make babies. We'll be glad to see others play with improved graphical stuff. Flame Flame, I hope they fix that FPS death problems. Slightly perturbed that. Forgot he was having a mood, but he made an artifact gym table. Holy shit, that's sexy. Hold on. That's a whole other slightly perturbed. That's not going to be really cheap being. It's not going to be really cheap. Being basically a mod of a free game. That's the whole other side of those in deep considerations. I also aired out. Free version will still be updated, so I don't see a problem considering the paid version is optional. Totally impaled on the spear. Well, we didn't impale him on it. What was the last asshole thing I just said? I had to refresh. Did I hit the bit about that? I should also mention I don't hold it against Kit Fox. No. I don't know how much you've been popping out on, but yeah. Did you guys know that if you make a statue of a deity and dwarf knocks over in a tantrum, that dwarf will be cursed as a creature of the night? We are aware of this. Former Blizzard, I want to say this. The purpose of the Steam release is so that people can support the devs. It's not really intended to be a full game. The version we have now will be continued. Big point is that so the devs who have been living off of Patreon donations can afford medical costs and insurance. Exactly. But the point is the support Google have given us so much to not make, so much not to make a new game. Some of us flim flam. Now, Formal, did you tell me where you want your statue? By the way, Formal is completely right, and I'm assuming that he will be streaming soon / to this evening. Ming Astalethal, the pretty rock dwarf, has created NGG Mod Stod. NGG Mod Stod, a pyrite table. She claims as an heirloom in the name of the family ancestor, Lore Merchant cried. All you, I just want to immortalize that dickhead. Gotcha. NGG Mod Stod, the Flaxen Shames, a pyrite table. worth 51,600 dwarf bucks. This is a pyrite table. All craftsdwarfship is of the highest quality. It is decorated with quadi leather and rope reed and encircled with bands of emerald cut pyrites, cushioned diorite cabicons, and rectangular gabbro cabicons. The object menaces with spikes of pyrite and citron wood. On the item is an image of Zon stroke pages, the dwarf, in steel. On the item is an image of octagon cut gems and dog leather. I need to figure out somewhere to put this table so it does the most effect. All right, you said wherever. I need to find somewhere hot. Because again, it's Japan. Also, did I mention it was hot? It's Japan. Fucking UV rays boil into your skin and then your brain. We had a soldier who was born and grew up in South Africa. I think it was South Africa. It was Africa. I want to say it was South Africa. He got sunburns there. What I think Okinawa gets the third largest amount of UV rays in the world. Because then the dwarves put it in the tavern. I suppose that makes sense. I'll get rid of this table in the middle. And I should get rid of this chair. This is a meeting area tavern, the Lemon of Portals. Why has everyone been throwing their clothes down in the tavern? Morons. Also, what is everyone constantly doing? Constructing building. Oh yeah, because we're doing all the floors. Duh. You better be hard pressed to get me in a twist. Fully wears just an opinion and Kitfox as a company, etc. Bear Grylls, did you ever reply to me? I don't know what you want me to do with this sub. I can't sub you. I'm gonna refund it now because I didn't get an answer from you, at least not that I saw. So you have your points back so you can request a sub at a later date, but I cannot gift you a sub right now because you are in fact already subscribed. And the game will not let me double sub you. You cannot double dip a sub. Because then you'd be a double D sub, and no one apparently likes double D subs. If you get something out of that, you have a dirty mind. Statue, dwarf woman carrying large jugs. I think we just went over this. I can't do that. New image, creature. Dwarf woman. 1. Object. Large pot, I guess we're going with. Because there's no such thing as a large jug. Ooh. What just happened? Thank you for an emote. Ah, I got an emote from Domine. Thank you for resubscribing, Domine. Technically, Subway bread is cake. Why is Subway bread technically cake? D sub for the win. Bread and fish are not real. Why is a Subway bread a cake? Please explain this one to me. The dwarf and large pots. Best I can do on that. Action. We can't do carrying, but we can do hanging from. The large pots are hanging from the dwarf. The closest I can do to what you're saying. Or I have an idea. Delete element. I think I've stumbled onto your idea. And it would be better if this was jugs, wouldn't it? The jugs are hanging from the female dwarf. Is that what you're going with? Called the distraction of salves. Yes. The distraction of salves. The sugar content makes it cake. Too much sugar. What? That's in Ireland. I swear to God, I try to do one of your statues and I come back to chat and people are confusing me. What's in Ireland? The crusty cheese bread is just cheesecake, too much sugar. The sugar content makes it cake. That's in Ireland. Do they have extra sugar in Ireland? What do you randomly mean that's in Ireland? Too much sugar to be considered bread. Subway causes diabetes. Need to sub to earn channel points faster. Gotta get that 100K. You thought it was healthy. Yes, hanging from the dwarf, and yes, jugs. Lol, I don't know what Chichu is on about. Irish tax code. Oh. Ireland has determined that per its tax ratings that the bread in Subway counts as cake. Cannot legally qualify as bread. Then yeah, no, that's a completely fair and even statement. According to America, a tomato is a vegetable, and mutants are already not humans. So the entirety of any X-Men movie is wrong, and they have no rights. No one think about that. It might be a bit bleak. Right, build statue. But it was, I'll say it was in a restaurant. Where's my cursor? Where am I building this? There it is. What if I just build it out here on this? Site statue of an elf. The statue of the dwarf you said goes in the barracks. We built one in the left barracks last time, so we're gonna build one in the right barracks this time. Gabbro statue of a dwarf. There you go. That'll inspire the men. Subway bread, exactly. So it's not a staple, therefore VAT. As long as mutants can still reproduce with humans, technically they're still the same species. Yes, you would be mostly right. I agree with you on all the principles, but the United States, I think the Supreme Court has already ruled on this, and they have decided that mutants do not represent humans at all, so you can tax them like a toy, not a doll. So yeah, no, sorry, they have no rights. A mutant is not a human. We already ruled on it. A human does not have powers. If they have powers, they're not human. Tomatoes are taxed as veggies. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. We tax tomatoes as vegetables, not fruit. Sorry, they're vegetables now. Ketchup is just a veggie smoothie. Crippling our medical system. Ketchup is abomination. No, yeah, bad ketchup. Catsup is a sauce made from cats. Banana ketchup is better than tomato ketchup. How do they make it so it doesn't have any hair in it? What are you talking about? Oh, the catsup. If I recall correctly, someone tried to serve pizza as a vegetable inside of the tomato sauce as a reason in court. Fascinating. 99 ways to skin a cat. Question though, did they win in court? That's what I want to know. Ugh. Nee. Nee, 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 nee. Hope Blizz. Doesn't matter. Courts are corrupt. That's not true. Now, yes, there may in fact be judges and some courts that are corrupt. The idea and the institute of courts is not corrupt. I'm sorry, I have to disagree with you. I think somewhere in America, pizza is a vegetable. But if pizza is just bread, tomatoes, and cheese, isn't it still a staple? I mean, yeah. The real thing is that courts do not operate the way they're kind of intended to. No jury right now works as a jury is supposed to. Laws of corruption are pursued in court. Now, yeah, but they're supposed to be denied in court. So, if we're going to talk about criminal cases at the very least, I'm not sure how well it works in civil. You have the ability at all times as a juror to say the law is wrong. Nope, fuck what you're saying. I don't care, the law is wrong. It's called jury nullification. It is not a thing written down where BT Dubs, section G1, we have jury nullification. Does anyone want to pursue the jury nullification? No, it's because there is a gap of two different rules. One, whenever the jury says fucking goes. If the jury says the man's innocent, the man's innocent. That jury says the man's guilty, the man's guilty. Two, jury cannot be punished for an incorrect verdict. If the jury says he's guilty and then later out they get different evidence that proves he's innocent, you don't punish the jury. You can't punish the jury for having an incorrect thing. So essentially, the jury's allowed to just decide whether or not a man is guilty. They don't actually have to follow the laws. They really don't. This came up a bunch before and during, but I think it stopped shortly thereafter, the Civil War. If a slave escaped, made it to the north, they would try to say, hey, according to our laws, you have to let that man go. They would do the court case up north, and the jurors would say, no, we don't. So no, he didn't. Like if he did something criminal, they'd be like, no, he's innocent. He doesn't have to go back to you. Sorry. Conversely, if something went the other way, where it was down south and racists did horrible racist things, Southern juries would go, oh, he did do that maybe. Oh, that's illegal? Oh no, he's innocent then. It's called jury nullification. But the issue is it becomes more and more pronounced in modern times that if the jury is aware that they have this power, that they'll just vote whatever they want, essentially making laws pointless. So the courts have decided not to tell you that that's an option. And as a matter of fact, if they have the idea that you know it's an option, you get kicked off of jury duty. Like, I wouldn't scream it, but I mean, if you can, that's why one of their questions at the beginning of jury duty is usually along the lines of, do you believe, or would you go to the letter of the law no matter what? Do you believe the letter of the law is superior or whatever? And both sides will ask this question. And kind of what that's gauging is this man likely to perform, knowingly or unknowingly, jury nullification? If you answer, no, I do not necessarily believe I have to follow this case to the letter of the law exactly, then you're implying that you may, in fact, understand that the man is guilty or innocent, but still rule the other way on the jury. That's what that question is gauging. And if you say no, they'll kick you out. They're like, good, thank you. We don't need your services anymore. Jury nullification. As the court's supposed to work, this is a thing that is essentially allowed to happen. The courts don't. They have, though, made it, I think, illegal to purposely nullify for the purposes of nullification, i.e. the wild card. If you lied to get in with the express purpose of, I don't care, I'm just going to get this man off of being in trouble, that you can get in trouble for, because you're not making a genuine, proper jury deliberation decision or whatever. You're just committing fraud to get a man out of trouble. That's a different thing entirely. Jury nullification. Also a thing with crime lords like Al Capone. That's a very large part of how I avoided jury duty, because juries don't want me because I know the system. That sounds illegal. Technically, yes, but, or I should, not technically, yes. Not illegal, not even technically illegal. It's one of the few things that isn't technically illegal, actually. The lawyers will find weird bullshit ways to get you kicked off of jury duty, even for things that's not supposed to get you kicked off of jury duty, by citing some related, but definitely not the thing that they're not allowed to use type of situation. They've done news articles and stuff about it, but let's say they tried to kick someone off because of race. They won't kick you off and then say, oh, why'd you kick him off? Oh, because of the color of your skin. They'll say, oh, because of his hat. His hat leads me to believe that he has a more urban viewpoint and is therefore likely to not give me a fair case on the case. Like, I feel like he's already prejudiced against my client due to the way he wears his hat, when really their mentality is probably just because of the color of the skin. That's illegal. They avoid it. The jury nullification thing isn't protected by courts because it's not actually in the law. Again, it's a loophole, so to speak, between two laws. The defendant is beholden to whatever the jury says. Kicking people on or off the jury based upon what they do or what they're likely to do doesn't change that. The other one is they can't get in trouble if they happen to do it wrong. Kicking you off doesn't change that either. Both of your protected rights are still there. They have not violated either of those two rights. All they are doing is making sure you don't exploit those two rights to change the outcome or to change the basis of a law that the legislators made. That is not technically protected. And by not technically protected, I mean it's not protected because it doesn't technically exist. It is a thing you get to do, not a thing that you get to have, if that makes sense. So they're allowed to. It's not in law. It's not a thing in law. The term jury nullification, as far as I'm aware, is just a term made up to address the idea of what people are doing. And for the most part, nullification only works one way. If someone is guilty and you say guilty, no nullification has happened. If someone is innocent and you say innocent, no nullification has happened. If someone is innocent and you say guilty, they can appeal and get it overturned. So nullification, but it's an appealable thing, if that makes sense. However, if the person is guilty and you rule them innocent, you can't appeal that. You can't appeal a man to make him then be guilty. Double jeopardy, after all. That is like the sole proper purview of nullification, because the guilty one can be overturned via appeal. So you can only effectively nullify towards making someone innocent. And I think it's because of that, which is why no one really likes it. It's not an even nullification system. One version of nullification can be overruled, the other one can't. Yep, Flam said the same thing as I was saying it. A judge can throw out a guilty verdict from the jury, giving a null sentence if necessary. The judge cannot force a guilty verdict because the judge determines the sentence. So if someone is clearly and obviously innocent, but for some reason an entire jury hates him, they go, he's guilty. Judge will go, you're all a bunch of evil assholes and you're going to burn in hell. You are guilty. I sentence you to 0 days. Have a good day. Again, a nullification towards guilty can always be overturned. Nullification towards innocent does not. Hey, Dark Link. Yes, we are doing a Mott and Bailey system. Today's major goal was to accomplish an entire floor, which we've nearly got the roof on. So really my only goal was to have the walls completed, but the fact that we've got a roof on this as well has really nearly completed that for a good long while. I'm thinking perhaps we have, maybe I call it now, not on the layers. The original plan was to have 2 more layers. This is taking a bit too long. Does it need to have that much elevation over the lower Bailey system? really. Because at this point, we've already matched the top of this one's wall, like where this one is. If we just went from here with the castle and walls, we're already above the top of the wall for the Bailey. So there's not really much of a need for 2 more layers of this, though that would help round it out better. It would be a squat. It'd be a squat mont. A mont and what now? Bailey. Castle and stable mostly. King of the hill. Holy shit. What's up? What's up to Chulu? As for your thing, this. It is an old castle style called a Mott and Bailey. So in the southeastern corner, I have done the circle that's in the southwestern corner of this picture. And in the northwestern corner, I am building the castle that is in the northeastern corner of this picture. But see, my point here being that in their picture, however historical or unhistorical this picture may be, the top of that hill is above the wall for the Bailey. So maybe I do 1 more Z level. We sink an entire another stream into doing Z levels in this, and then we do the castle. Because the problem is just doing these circles just takes so long. The circle floor is not my friend. I'd much rather do the circles the way I did the hanging gardens, where I dig it out, because then it's just, oh, those are walls. Because then it gets done relatively fast. You're digging out a negative. It's so much faster than trying to construct a positive. Hold on, chat. I'll make sure I get rid of all the walls, but I don't want to accidentally get rid of one of the floors. So I get rid of a floor in the middle, I won't be able to put it back without undoing all the floor in the space between it and surviving floors. Here we go. Evilist Raves? Hold on, what? What the hell are you talking about? Yes, that's Thunder Sid. Okay, see? I focus on the game for 2 seconds and I've already lost where chat is. I just did the Orbon Monastery in Final Fantasy XIV. Need to rant. We had an Astrologian, and a White Mage. The White Mage didn't cast a single healing spell or res. Why is he a White Mage? I've caused the worst yarn tangle. Welcome to stream, Ruble Beans. Usually the Bailey encircles the Mott, though, right? No. As you saw in that picture, they are 2 separate entities. Just Stone 4. What are we looking at? Legends this stream? If so, you might want to switch to Legends soon. I have not seen a reason to switch to Legends. Perhaps we'll do a quick visual with Armok Vision, but I don't see a reason to switch to Legends for this stream. Was it the Thunder God? That was the Thunder God. Stone, 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 stone. We're all dead. Stone, 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 stone. Ah! Yeah, that's Thunder Sid. We wiped there and on the last boss. Sorry for your loss of soul. The temple has it now. Knew it. I don't know the mechanics. I have a picture for that in RNG's Discord. I suck and I keep getting hurt, but holy shit. You're a White Mage. The Tails location usually told me where he was slicing. Stop casting stone! Ah! I've created a yarn pane. Call me Kyle because I want to punch the drywall. What? Why does that sound familiar? Usually the Mont was used as a choke point as the Bailey's Hill was often too steep to assail. Kind of a bit impossible for what we're doing, but what have you. Okay, not dead inside. Good. As long as you're not dead inside. Now, did we get the woman? We got the 2 statues built, right? I'll mark those as complete if we did. For Formal Blizzard, this is a well-crafted bow-sight statue of an elf. The item is a rendition of the brightnesses of granite, an image of an elf and a thin spear. The elf is hiding the thin spear. The elf is traveling. The image was commissioned by the Torrid Ors, a local dwarven government. And we have someone throwing up. We have, this is a Gabbro statue of a dwarf. The item is a rendition of the distraction of salves, an image of a dwarf and jugs. The jugs are hanging from the dwarf. The image was commissioned by the Torrid Ors, a local dwarven government. My CPU died, so I'm having to wait until it comes on the 8th or possibly 9th. All the money I saved up went to replacement parts. On the bright side, my friend gifted me Cyberpunk. Well, that's good. Cyberpunk is a... You had me thinking it was way later. You started talking about Legends mode like we were gonna need to do it soon. I thought I had less than 30 minutes. We still have an hour. What are you talking about? You're scaring me. You're making me all kinds of scared. Pull the lever. I had it in the wrong D&D Discord. There you go. Oh, you should see Formal's quantum catapult. Lever. But you talking about the quantum blizzard cannon? The blizzard quantum cannon? The blizzard cannon? I don't know. I don't remember what the name of it is. The CPU jab. I'm 20 and I'm dead inside. Why? Crunk my lever. Oh, I'm really tired. Aren't we all? 2020 shall never end. Long may we die. Build construction floor. I should have just built a floor out to here so I could build the walls. I don't know why I did it any other way. Wait, how is this going to work? I have to do it this way with a double floor. There's no other way to do this. Because 2020 has drained me. His hat is still erect. Good to go. What? Also, has my camera been lowered ever since I fiddled with it? Has it not been high enough like it's supposed to be? There we go. It's aged me by 50 years because it sure as hell feels like 5 decades. I mean, yeah. Yeah, it has, hasn't it? Cannot make soap from tallow. Well, then I shall cancel that. I am so sorry that I kept you here. But how much soap do we get? If I have no more, I better make sure I have enough. 6 dingo soaps, 1 llama soap, 8 pig soaps, 27 horse soaps, 34 dog soaps. Lots of soap. A scrub-a-dub-dub. 3 dwarves in the tub. Now, question. Build construction floor. No, I don't want a floor. I want to build something. I want to build something there that's made of soap. I want a sudsy bath. But it needs to allow water through. I can't have it mess with the actual water. Because if I just make a floor there, the water will cause issues. I think it could. It won't go down fast enough. But that means everyone around it will get water. Also means everyone around it will have interrupted walking planes. Great. All right, post me on Discord. Don't want to spoil episode 8. Okay. Oh, chat. What's the commands? Need to figure out quantum stockpiles. Wait, what's the commands for quantum or commands for the stream? I'll post meme on the Discord. Cannot wait to die for months to E9 through 12. Oh, you're talking about the next dungeon. Eden. Have water flow through a soapstone grate above onto a gate below? Well, no, it's just going straight into the water. Is all it is. It's just going. I all went crazy there. It's just going into the water. Anything I put there is literally just for show. Use your minecart method for a quantum stockpile. If I wanted to just put soap there, I could just put soap there. I kind of thought like it'd be interesting to have something there though. I could build a grate here. This grate could have soap on it. I could have a soapstone grate for the water to pour through. Why don't I do that? JMQ grate. What would that count as? Can you make a soap where you have soap bars? Can you make anything out of soap? Build construction floor. You can make constructions out of soap. I would have to be a mason, and masons don't deal with bars, so I can't. It'd have to be a construction. I could have sworn I fixed that. My YouTube is not found under T. Hold on. Where the hell did it say that? I fixed this before, I swears. Catch me over at YouTube. The archive channel is located at. So what spoke? Mountain Home. Oh, that's YouTube, not social. Oh, there's a different one. Oh, and this one's wrong. No wonder I keep having issues getting this to stay updated. It's two different scripts. I'm a moron. I'm gonna turn off social for now. I think two of the things it's listing are wrong. I'm gonna turn that off. Use YouTube. The YouTube link has the correct links, because there's actually two links. Social just put one YouTube link, and I think the Discord link is wrong as well. So in essence, it's 3 links off. I don't Final Fantasy past 6. Heretic. Heretic. Everyone knows that you must play the greatest Final Fantasy of all time. The one that everyone agrees is the best Final Fantasy, and no one ever disagrees. That's right, of course, it is Final Fantasy VIII. Nobody ever says Final Fantasy VIII is bad. Everyone agrees it's the best. And everyone loves the magic system for Final Fantasy VIII. Everyone's always like, God, I love the magic system. What? What, Flim Flam, are you saying that you have some disagreement that Final Fantasy VIII is the best Final Fantasy, that all current and future Final Fantasies need to be modeled after? You got to the ads phase once in 3 Horus. I've only played Final Fantasy 14. Final Fantasy VIII and the magic system, clearly the best Final Fantasy. If I didn't think that the hours and hours and hours it would take to get through that game would absolutely drive everyone away, I would at some point stream Final Fantasy VIII. It's amazing. It's a work of art. Oh my God, what is happening with the camera? If I look at myself in the little screen above the camera, like if I look at the lens, it's a lens. However, if I see myself in the little preview, my eyeball is like, nope, I don't want to be part of this. I'm leaving. But why are you leaving, eyeball? I'm back. No, I must leave. My people call me. But no, Mr. Eyeball, we still have an hour of streaming left. Stay in the game. Okay, I'll stay here. But wait, what's over on the wall? I don't know why. If I see myself in the camera right now, my eyeball leaves. My eyeball's done with this. No more Dwarf Fortress. We can't have this. I already cleared out just subbing in. Final Fantasy VIII, the tunnel game? No, no. What do you mean tunnel game? That was like Final Fantasy 13. Final Fantasy 13 was Final Fantasy Railroad. Of all the Final Fantasy, the first one was the best. They're currently recruiting for the next tier. They didn't even ask me if I wanted to join the static. When you said it's amazing, your eyeball went to the side, making you look like an insane person. Final Fantasy VIII. It's amazing. Wait, hold on. If I look slightly left now, maybe I can get them both go out. It's amazing. Everyone should play Final Fantasy VIII. In my profession, it's the one that most exemplifies humanity. Well, no, the problem is I don't actually have a lazy eye. Ish. By definition, I either have no lazy eyes or 2 lazy eyes. What it is lazy eye, dominant eye, lazy eye. What I have or is a muscle between the two that just gives up a social. I can get the left one to go out a bit too. Right now though, because of where I am to the camera, it's not picking up as much, but I can get them both to genuinely go out. Really, it just depends on what I'm looking at. That's why, because I'm over here looking at the left eye at the camera, it left. I would have to be like way over here. This is such a weird angle anyways. I could get the left one to go out that way.
Thank you so much.
Darklink 112, thank you so much for following. Creepy eye. I'm on Crystal, definitely not clearing the first month. They rule. I have a lazy eye like Sleeve 2. The only thing crazier than his eye is his favorite game. Final Fantasy 8 is so good. Why is there no Final Fantasy 8 2? There is Final Fantasy 8 2. Final Fantasy 8 2 is you play Final Fantasy 8 again, because the end of the plot for Final Fantasy 8 is that you caused it. It's just a big old time travel game. Boom. Can't have a Final Fantasy 8 2 if you already got it. I'm not even joking. If you actually play a Final Fantasy 8 to the end, the good ending to Final Fantasy 8 is you caused Final Fantasy 8. It's all your fault. You did it. There you go. So, yeah, there is a Final Fantasy 8 too. It's the next time you play. Mine is a wandering eye, I think. If I'm not focusing, my left eye leaves. Spoilers. How do I unfollow? First of all, Final Fantasy 8 has been out for so effing long that, no, it's not spoilers. Two, that's not even why Final Fantasy 8 is the greatest. The mechanics in Final Fantasy 8 are the greatest. Final Fantasy 8 is amazing. Saved me money for buying Final Fantasy 8. You can't spoil Final Fantasy 8. You can only be rescued from it. I will admit though, the storyline of Final Fantasy 8 is just hot garbage. It is nonsensical hot garbage. It's got to be one of the worst stories ever. But I really love the gameplay and music of Final Fantasy 8. Final Fantasy 7, don't get me wrong. Good music. Trend setting's the wrong word. Recognizable, almost history setting music. Never going to deny that. But there's just some music from Final Fantasy 8. Final Fantasy 8, I like, it's got better music. The magic system in 8 is amazing. It is magic distilled to perfection. The leveling system, fucking amazing and ultimate. Never need to improve upon that. All the characters and their little abilities, also amazing. As long as you ignore the story, Final Fantasy VIII is perfection, but it's in the imperfections that we find true beauty. Never gotten to the Final Fantasy games. No, not floor. My question is, how do I piss off people near me? I need to have people near me to go to war with. Final Fantasy 14 has the best Final Fantasy soundtrack. Fight me. Here's the thing. That is a zero risk statement because no one can. Final Fantasy 14 includes references to most all the other Final Fantasies. So a Final Fantasy 14 soundtrack includes the soundtrack to the other Final Fantasies. You literally can't fight the statement because if Final Fantasy 7 has the best soundtrack, well, it's in Final Fantasy 14. If Final Fantasy 8 has the best soundtrack, well, it's in Final Fantasy 14. They reference all the other Final Fantasy games, so all their music's in there somewhere. Even if it's not there now, it will be. Nonsensical hot garbage is on the old Tinder profile. Spoilers? His own strum. Play music loud. Check the petitions. I don't have the things for them. They want a guild hall for the Dwarf Guild. Sure, there you go. Just to get them to shut up. I will build them a Dwarf Guild. But if they don't like it, it's their fault for being little bitch babies. Also, it's going to take me forever. You think that'll be big enough for a Craftsdwarf's guild if it's all engraved well? No, probably not. You're right. Let's add 2 more to it. I have done something horribly wrong. That looks better. We'll see how well this goes. It does, but the wait, what? Hold on, damn it. Get spawn, Columbia Rescue, nonsensical. Check the petitions. Oh yeah, petitions are a thing. Lol. It has the original soundtracks. It also has the force. You would stoke the fires of judgment. Oh, thanks. Soken is a musical genius. That clip, it needs Theoden with his "How has it come to this?"
No.
What clip? What are you talking about? This clip?
No.
What is this clip? I don't even hear it. Oh. Unmute, please.
Knowing that this is what humanity, that's actually starting something bad. This is what humanity had come to. It was supposed to be, I saw the perfection of humanity.
Is that what you're talking about? Return to Oblivion is infused into my mind after fighting that bitch again and again and again. Good King Moogle good King Mog. I don't want to turn the light on. Lights rampant. No. I learned I can count to 5 and I can't avoid pizza slices. Ah, accidentally closed Twitch. Stop talking about E8s. I would like a statue of my dwarf hugging giant scales. It should be made of a blue material and you can put it anywhere. You have to do the request system, Ruble Beans. One, right now it makes less sense, admittedly, because there's less people, but 1, everyone else has to pay points, so you do too. And 2, if there's something that causes a delay, I don't have to go all the way back through chat. I have a little list of all the requests. So you need to do the point requisition thing. That is what you did. Why has it showed up weird in that one? All right, never mind. I see it here. That was a request, though. I know. See, this is the issue. I had to scroll back through chat, so I loaded up chat bot, or I didn't load it up. I brought it to the 4. Chat bot shows the requests weird, so I thought it was just him talking. It's not me. It's the fact that I have 90 million programs. I only know what like 2 of them do. Statue of my dwarf hugging a giant snail. Blue stone. Blue material. There might not be any of that on this map. I've got red, I've got gray, I've got white. I don't have blue. We don't have blue. I don't have a blue material. I have no cobalt. No cobaltite. So pick a new color. Try to get ready for 5.4. I bullied him into doing it for the music. He's not even ready for 5.1. I'm really excited for new patch because it means more boss teams for both Emerald Weapon and the new bosses. Hope the final boss is 2 phases worth. No Calcinonia or the other good blue. Sorry, yeah, no. This map, it wasn't very clear, but this is the ground floor, right? This is map floor 127. The Magma Sea is on 95. There were only 30 Z levels to this entire map. So there wasn't room for stones or anything. We have gray. We have gray, we have iron, we have red. We have white. Gray, white, red, iron. That's what we have. I barely even have a blue gem, and I definitely don't have enough to make a blue statue out of it. Can you make gem statues? Can you make gym statues? Where's that mason? No, he's not there. Spore tree wood and nether cap is blue. All right, it's just saying use the nether trees. All right, these ones are all red. We only have red trees here. If we go up to the tree above, I have purple, I have yellow, I have red. Let me see if some of these are just selected trees that may in fact be a blue tree. More non-blue trees. I don't even have blue trees, guys. Shut up. I don't have blue trees. White works best. No, you can't make blue statues. I meant gems. Won't say anything. Want to go in blind and it's all speculation anyways. Wow, my brain works. Pomple. Pomple? But bless you in case it was also a sneeze. I don't remember. Probably was. All right. Yes, I have white stone. I can do it with that. So I'm going to do a statue. I'm going to say the details of the stone is chalk. The details of the image is that my dwarf hugging giant snails. New image, historical figure, ruble. Ruble beans. Giant snails. Creature. I have giant. Oh, there's giant snail. Let's say I have giant moon snail, but I have giant snail. Unnumbered plurals. Hugging giant snails. Now that's one I'm not sure. I don't think I can do hugging. I think there's embracing. I think that's your hug. I have embracing. Yeah, that's a hug, is embracing. So I can say ruble beans is embracing the giant snails. The ankles of gravel, an image of ruble beans, bowel boots, the dwarf, and a giant snails. Ruble beans, bowel boots is embracing the giant snails. Is this good, ruble beans? It's about the closest I can get. Embracing is hugging, yes, okay. Construct chalk statue. All right. Now I see that one's going a bit long. Close you off. All right, so that's gonna be the last request because we are in the last half or last major request, we'll say. There's no more furniture. Sweets also allow for now. No more statues. No more tombs. I'll let because you can stay because, you know, people want to do that. Pwomple. Then again, Assassin's Creed Overdose, I think it was the statue with the dong beast you can hang on. I don't know. I looked at the 5.4 trailer the second it showed up because I wanted to see what the raid bosses were. Why are we talking about Assassin's Creed Overdose dong statues? What? I don't know what you're talking about. You're all crazy. You've uttered words before me, and these words have called into question my faith of your sanity. Yep. Armor. Steel. High boots. No, shield. I gotta get trained in shields. 10 steel shields. Uchala. What are we doing for bars? 123. 60 iron, 32 pig iron. Hells yeah. It's the world of darkness. Odyssey. Oh, not overdose. Somehow my doors are all so busy they aren't even quantuming the bars. Either that or we're not putting in soap. No, we're not putting in steel either. They're not quantuming the bars. Sad, sad day. All right, the ceiling. No, we still barely have any idlers, but I knew there was gonna be an issue up here. I knew it. I could feel it in my veins. So I have a question for those of you who were here with me when I did the latest the horror movie game. Genuine question. Not for now, not even close. Like a few months. Like February time. Do you guys think there's even a point in me replaying that game to get the good ending, considering, or to get everyone alive, so to speak, considering they don't exist? Like, I was thinking about that. Under normal, like, I'm torn on that game. Under normal conditions, I'm like, I want everyone to survive. Let's do this. But none of them survive anyways. So I don't know. No, so it's the other one, Little Hope. I keep calling them the Man of Medan games, but that's technically the wrong thing to call them. There's 3 games in the trilogy, the third one, or maybe more. The third one's not been made yet. The one we just did was called Little Hope, and the first one was called Man of Medan. I stopped myself calling it the Man of Medan game because that's not the right game. That's not the name of the series. I forget what the name of the series is, though. But as soon as I saw you say Man of Medan, I remember that the other game was called Little Hope. We could do Man of Medan again, and also perhaps at some point do the one before all of this, which was Until Dawn, which I have not played before, but I do essentially know the plot purpose, if that makes sense. So I don't think that would be... It would be interesting to see if I could get a good ending. And for those of you who don't know the plot, it would be, but I would not be going in completely blind. And because it's been so long, there's been so many memes of that game that it's hard to not be spoiled on it. The Dark Pictures Anthology, thank you. Big shrug. That's what I figured. Oh, an interesting note though. So for those of you who did watch when I did that on Halloween, I freaked out every time I thought we were doing a decision or an action event where we might die. Turns out the narrator dude from the library, if you look, he's in the background of all those scenes. Any of the scenes where your dudes might die, the narrator's in the background. I learned that after the fact. He's just like watching you fucking G-Man style, just... Yes, Domine, that is completely different. Good on you for having the eye to identify the difference between the horror game movie, the Dark Pictures Anthology, and Domine's homemade movie series, the Dick Pictures Anthology. Thank you for identifying the difference, Domine. All right, has that statue been built yet? Still no. Why? It's active. Chalk is right here. You're not having to go far. I'm just saying. Wasn't that a rescinded title originally titled? Oh, that's a low blow. You gotta keep the gloves up. Oh, that's right. The thing down below, the petition. For somebody wanted me to grant a petition to the peoples. But now we're uncertain as to the validity of the petition. Were they ever really there? Nope, did that wrong. There we go. This is a meeting area assigned to a location that is a craft guild hall for someone. What was the guild? I'm gonna guess if it was no established guild, it wasn't them. I don't think it was a snarling guild. I don't think it was the Guild of Inks. Maybe it was. The Leafy Guild definitely wasn't them. I guess the Guild of Inks, we'll see if that was it. It doesn't say agreed to do it. Irk me. Irk me. There we go. But you know what? Screw it. I'll just build one for each of the guilds. One of them's got to be right. Eventually. It was the Crafters Guild. Add a craft guild hall. Farmer Hall. So this was them. This is the Craftsdwarf Hall. Then why doesn't it say you did the thing they wanted you to do? Oh, it does say right there, agree to build guild hall. All right, I'm good. Nobody has to question that. Oh, also, where's the tavern? Build table. Let's put the artifact table in here now. I did, yeah, my brain is fried. You must forgive me. How are you having a mood? Who are you? Why are you like Zakthos? Why are you so... Probably because he was like very, very slow hauling a stone around. When Chaka's done, he can get treated. We have a hospital. I'm not that worried. Like, there are a bunch of these people that are like super thirsty and shit. Like, what are you doing, buddy? How are you injured in this way? Yeah, he's going to drink. I don't blame him. You gotta drink that thirst away. You gotta drink it up. The problem is they go to like the closest drink, I think, instead of the tavern. This is why some of them get the negative thought, like, oh, I drank without a mug. It's like, why don't you go to the tavern, you moron? It's not my fault. Now he must sleep. Sleep the sleep of dreams. I think he's going to the hospital. He's very sick. Maybe not. There is a hospital over here, though. I do like how we've I think we have slightly less happy people, but we've been making people happy. Bourgeois. Oh, by the way, who was it that joined? Was it Eldritch? Eldritch joined the military, right? Squad. How's Eldritch doing? Eldritch. No, it wasn't you. Who joined? I thought whoever joined, I gave him a whip. No one's. Did I or did I not? Was it Tachulu? 'Twas Tachulu.
Sir, I've gotten an idea.
Why doesn't Tachulu? Oh, he doesn't have any skill.
No, never mind.
Tachulu has said he doesn't need to train. The other people are far too big. Their bulging biceps intimidate Tachulu. He doesn't want to do this anymore. And you can't make him. So neener neener boo boo. Put it anywhere. This is the statue of a dwarf hugging giant snails. I am going to build your statue in the... I'm going to build your statue in the craft guild. Excuse me. We need to increase the worth of it anyways, so I don't see why not.
You there, this workshop's mine.
And he claimed the Masons. Good, do something with it. He's starting us off with Lignite. The chalk statue's being carried away, so you can ignore that. Shoot, speaking of odds, Fortnite, anyone? There's a new butthole in the map. What? Can you set us up with leather armor and whips and call us the leather dwarves? To answer the question, yes, I can. To answer the implied question, no, I won't. What did they need? Was he already attached to a steel shield? Hell yeah, I guess. You cannot touch it. It is my steel shield. My shield shall keep me safe from all monsters. But yeah, hold on. We only ever get attacked by monsters anyways. Isn't there like evil near us? What is this? Somehow it's inaccessible. I was not planning on that. How are you inaccessible? It's like a day's travel, then immediately inaccessible. That one's available. Who's near me? Humans? Humans? I thought there was a tower. Human fort. There's a tower. It's over here. The Human Tower of Dumpling Carmine. A lot of books. I think this is what happens. I think the humans did something around me and like pushed out the goblins or some nonsense. Like apparently the humans took out the Necro Tower. Damn it, you stupid humans. Look at me. I'm a human. I'm successful no matter what I do. Thank you. I'm surprised that still had requests. I didn't even think to pause that one. Okay. Oh, pause it. Because it's at the, no. I'm gonna pause it and I'm refunding that one, Dominic. It's at the end of the stream. I am too tired to want to do push. You can keep your points. You can keep your points, and you know what? I will take my end of stream shame. The necromancy is whatever book happens to talk about the mysteries of life and death. His funny bone's still sore. It's not even that. Oh, it kind of is. No, I just don't want to. I'm sorry, but I'm literally in like shutdown procedure mode. Finish up the current tasks, make sure everything's good, so on and so forth. I don't have, normally I do that during saves between when we're switching over. The next save is when I shut down, like we'll be done. I'm not doing push-ups. No, you cannot make me. I'm an adult man. I determine my future. God will not stop me. Talking my pal all wrong. Do it again. Stab you with a soldering iron. Retired Navy vet says, you said something in your first button melee about college. In my opinion, you go to college to get the degree, not necessarily to be educated. I mean, yes. Welcome to stream, retired Navy vet. You I mean, you're not saying anything controversial. I think that's kind of what I already said. In particular, to the degree I'm going for. I'm getting a management degree. Like, I'm learning things about the numbers and things behind it, don't get me wrong. But like a lot of the things in some of the classes, like, oh, here's how to handle the stress and the personalities of having different, you know, working with different people underneath you and motivating them to get things done. Okay. You know, I was basically a high-ranking, like, tactical commander person. All right, whatever. Give me the degree. Sorry, I was watching a VOD and responding to what you were talking about. Gotcha. I don't remember what I said at that point, but I have a strong suspicion it's close to what I said here, which is just, it should be about the education. But really, they've mangled college so much. Stop trying to get me killed, Tachu. Some people with high ambush skills, so hunters in and out. You were worried about your fellow students not really knowing the material. Ah, then yes, that makes sense now. Yeah, no, they, some of them concern me. Where's the mouse? Wrong screen. Oh shit, I pushed it all the way to a grand guild hall. Well, I guess they're happy now. That little tiny room was worth 12,819. How much did this statue add to it? 50. It literally is worth less than how much it weighs. This is a chalk statue of Ruble Bean's bowel boots. The item is a rendition of the ankles of gravel, an image of Ruble Bean's bowel boots, the dwarf, and giant snails. Ruble Bean's bowel boots is embracing the giant snails. The image was commissioned by the Torrid Ors, a local dwarven government. I mean, I guess it makes sense that he's hugging the snails if it's about crafting. Domine wants a sweet. Genuine question, Domine. I thought you had one. That was Dragomin. Dragomin, Domine, it's the same letter. Current owner, nobody. Booby beans? I want me a booby beans. Where's the request? Who requested it? I saw the request. I don't see the request anymore. There we go. Domine. Oh, this one was supposed to belong to Eldritch, but something went wrong up here. Whoops. I lied. You can't have this. You can have this one next door. You can be neighbors. So technically, I just now gave Eldritch his suite that I told him I did way earlier, I guess. So he's just had an office the entire time. Whoopsie. Tee-hee, tee-hee, tee-hee. statue of snails was complete, marking that as complete. That's the cheapest statue I've ever seen. I believe our dwarves were married in a previous fort. All right, it is at 59. So I'm going to save to load up. Where's my mouse? To try to load up Armok Vision. I'm gonna close this now. Get ready for Armok Vision. Armok is the way. I want to see as if I'm God. Armok Vision, hey. My thought was I was gonna load them at the same time, but then I realized that having this pull data while that's saving is likely to cause a crash, wasting over an hour and a half of gameplay. So I'm not going to load up Armok Vision until it's done saving. The amount of time I might save is not worth the amount of time I'm likely to lose. I miss being the investigator. Eventually had the KV Shrine 2.0 built via furniture statue requests. Well, we're gonna be coming up on you being able to do that. Once this floor is complete, I will start taking out some of the floor of the floors to convert them into rooms. God, that is a lot of vomit. How are they all busy hauling shit 24/7 and developing cave adaptation at the same time? So this is the old Bailey. Right outside of it is this insanity. There's a little armored bunker. What the hell is going on in there? How do you get in? Oh, I found the door. Why is it lagging? There you go. There's a trade depot in here with a wagon that has flipped over or something. What the hell is going on in this? There's a trade depot. When you come out of the trade depot, you're like, oh yeah, that was great. Why are you lagging? Fantastic trade depot. Then you come into the Bailey and you're like, wow, look at this Bailey with a really high wall that will prevent people from climbing in. Let's hope they don't fly. You come in through the Bailey, and to the left and right, you have the barracks, where dwarves spend day after day wrestling each other to really hone in their skill with spears. The one on the right has a statue of a female dwarf hanging some jugs. This is how Armok interprets that. On the other side is the archers, and they have, I'm gonna tell you the truth, I can't remember what their statue was. Something about a dwarf and a creature, apparently. But as they walk in, they're like, golly gee willikers, do I love walking in. For some reason, I want to walk right between these two walls in this brook, ignoring the weird roof that's above me. And the roof just slowly dumps water on them. And I'm gonna use it to also just dump water on a fucking water wheel to power the water. This looks super not sketchy, guys. Just walk underneath the weird creepy roof right on top of the water. Jesus Christ. In the middle of the water, we have the hospital with our well of certain safety. And then we have the entrance to the vomit tunnel. What the fuck? They vomit everywhere. Oh my God. Where are they getting the cave adaptation from? We've been doing everything outside. I need to like have them set up a thing outside so they can do some exercise and get some sun. Jesus Christ, the fucking vomit. We have multiple layers of this. As you can see, we've got up to 3, but I think we still need at least one more that's just not hilly enough for the hill below a mont. If you remember the picture, trying to do the mont. Now, obviously, we're not going to do anywhere near as high as the mont, but I mean, it's just matching. I think we need at least one more layer, as annoying as that is. We need at least one more layer before we can build the castle on it. And I knew the wood was going to look weird because the different wood shows different Armok vision. But the stone looks like perfection. This weird, very, very wet, sweaty gray stone with one little tiny open asshole that's just filled with green, just dribbling out. God, that looks so fortified. Like no one would ever assault that hole. That is the most fortified hole anyone's ever seen. How does the Hairman statue look? Where was he? I'm heading down to where we have a lot of things. I just don't know if the Hairman statue's there. I don't know where he is. What was this? This is the statue we just made. It was the dwarf. What was the statue? It was a dwarf with... wasn't with cavies. What is the statue? Snail hugger. Yes, it's a dwarf supposedly hugging a bunch of snails. Armok vision can't render a hug. But look at the engravings though. Those are actually some pretty damn detailed engravings. Not bad artists. Look at that. Somehow they engraved that one to be colored. They put yellow in it. I don't know how the hell they did that. They made this one be yellow and green. How do you cut stone so well you make it a different color? How the fuck? Jesus Christ, that's some masterpiece engraving right there. No wonder it's worth a bunch. We have people's suites. They're starting to get filled in. I'm confused as to who or what is where. Like how up here, I guess they just weren't that skilled. Like there's engravings, but they're tiny and not like that complete. And over here, oh wait, that's just from up here, isn't it? Never mind. I was like, there's a lot, but there isn't. It's because Armok Vision doesn't know how to not render the engravings that are up above. Somewhere this leads further down. Is it down in the lower right? I guess so. Down in the lower right, we have the dormitory. It's not a dormitory. The temple where the animals hang out. The storage. The endless expanse of space. And the dining hall with one artifact table that looks nicer than all the other tables. So I'll give it that. That one worked. Then immediately we have a cavern that we pretend isn't there. It goes on for multiple Z levels. And as soon as that cavern's over, the next one begins. And that goes on for multiple Z levels. As soon as that one's over, the next one begins. And we kind of have to admit this one exists because there's adamantine. And it's also where we have our magma forge and our magma smelter, making all the steel. Huzzah. And you said that we had the statue down here. This is your statue. That's what it looks like. This is your Hairman statue. I'm guessing it doesn't know how to represent a hairman, so he is a square, and the square is holding aloft the cavy, and the cavy is screaming because Armok Vision does not know what the hell a hairman is. So it's like, I don't know, it's a cube. Clearly a hairman is just a cube tossing a cavy in the air, and it's screaming in joy. And then that is right above the magma sea. Because of course it is. Tentacle statue is in the temple. Remember, the temple is filled with all your awful pervert statues. So I don't know what some of them are. I don't remember which one's which, but this one has something going on. Maybe that's tentacles. This statue, the Armok Vision just didn't know how to load at all. Armok Vision was like, yeah, good luck with that description. Oh, that's the same one I got turned around. Also no clue how to render it. No clue how to render it. And no clue how to render it. This is your collection of perv statues, you dirty, dirty pervs. There you go. I hope you're happy. You get
You get this. This is the one that I think had Aqua. I think you had the Aqua statue put in the tavern. It also had no clue how to render that. So here you go. Airman, you mean Square Man? Fitting, it's in the furry room. That's why the animals are there. You drew them in. Congratulations.
All right, though. For those of you who are watching on the YouTube archive when I upload it, thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you guys next time.